Thanks everyone for joining our 12th Philadelphia Accident and Injury Google Hangout. My name is Steve and I'm going to be the host of today's Hangout. Joining us again is Rand Spear, renowned in Philadelphia as the accident attorney. Today we'll be discussing serious injuries as a result of dog bites. Hey Rand, how are you today?
I'm doing well, Steve. It's a beautiful day here in Philadelphia. As you can see behind me, sun is shining, nice and warm. It's good to see you.
You too, and it does look nice up there, I have to admit. Anyway, Rand, I'd imagine that unless you suffer the trauma of being the victim of a dog bite, it's difficult to understand how serious and disturbing one of these events can be. Generally, when people think of dog bites, they often think of a small nip by a stray or a neighbor's dog. Haven't dog bite victims that you've helped suffered some very serious injuries and perhaps even death? Tell us about some of the kinds of injuries most commonly faced by your clients over the last 30 years you've been practicing law.
Well, I can fortunately tell you that I have not had a case involving death, but I've had some very serious injuries. The bites could be really awful. I mean, you could end up having plastic surgery or reconstructive surgery. So they're very serious accidents or injuries that land you oftentimes in the hospital. It's just, you know, someone that has a dog has a responsibility to keep that dog under control so that they don't hurt someone.
Do the laws in Pennsylvania and also in New Jersey outline what constitutes a dangerous dog or animal, and do they describe the potential liability of animal owners and what are the rights of dog bite or animal attack victims?
Well, the answer is yes. There are laws. And as I said earlier, the owner of a dog is absolutely responsible for the actions of their pet. Putting that aside, you don't want to go over and antagonize a dog or an animal and you know, incite the dog. That would not be appropriate. But if you are not doing anything to incite the dog and the dog bites you, the owner is responsible. Yes.
What right to compensation do the laws provide? Medical expenses, lost wages? What about emotional trauma, which really can affect victims for a lifetime?
Oh, absolutely. I've had many cases where the emotional impact has been so severe. They're just afraid at that point to go out in public, to go around animals, and sometimes they never even get over it. And you're right, you are entitled to all of those compensable injuries. So there's pain and suffering. There could be disfigurement. There could be wage loss. There could be medical expenses, hospital bills. So it's important that if you've had this happen to you or a loved one, that you promptly contact an attorney, find out about your rights, take pictures if you can. Most people in this day and age have a cell phone, so lots of pictures should be taken of the dog, of the scene, of the area, of the location, of the wounds, the scars. As much information as you can gather makes the lawyer's job that much easier.
Do you think it makes it more stressful for victims of dog attacks when a friend or neighbor's animal causes the injuries? And is that one of the reasons a victim should contact an attorney right away rather than try and deal with it themselves?
Well, I think in most instances I would agree with what you're saying. The neighbor that has a dog right by your home, you know, that's a scary thought. You don't want to walk outside of your house anymore. You don't want to take a walk. You don't want to put out the trash. So you're on guard. You're always nervous and upset that something could happen to you, maybe even while just walking to the car. Whereas if a dog bite happened a distance or far away from where you live, it's a little easier to deal with. So I would say that dog bites that occur closer to home, there is more of an emotional impact on the victim. Yes.
What steps can a victim or their families take to help a personal injury attorney win their case?
Well, as I said earlier, it's gathering the information and the documentation. Do you know the name of the owner of the dog? Do you know where they live? Again, any photographs would be helpful. Medical bills, if there's a hospital record, photographs of any scars or bleeding or damage. anything that you can bring to the lawyer to give us to help us understand and prove and document what happened, the easier our job will be to prove the full extent of your injuries in a court of law.
Excellent. If you've got a case in Pennsylvania or New Jersey related to any accident or injury, please call Rand Spear, the accident lawyer, at 888-373-4-LAW, or visit the firm at randspear.com. As always, Rand, sharing your experience and this important information with our audience really has the potential to improve the quality of life for those that have been injured. I want to thank everyone for participating today, and I invite everyone to come back and hang out next time when we'll be discussing a new and important injury and accident topic. Thanks for now, and goodbye.
Goodbye.